This is the RV Advisor Podcast with your host, Tom Alexander. Get all the latest information, trends, advice from experts, stories from the road, and more in the world of recreational vehicles. Now, here's Tom.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the RV Advisor Podcast. I'm Tom Alexander, and my guest is an old dear friend of ours. It's Howard Armstrong. Howard was at the center of a story that took place during Hurricane Dorian on the Bahamas, and he was the focal point of a feature on CNN about everything. And Howard is had more than his share of challenges during that time. But Howard, it's great to see you again. How are you?
Oh, I'm great, Tom. And you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing well. If you dial back a couple of years when that all happened, you literally lost pretty much everything, and of course a person as well. So sadly, as very near and dear to your heart, your wife was unable to survive that situation, and that's a well-documented story. But your return to getting back to life was something that you've endured. You're doing it. We had the opportunity at the RV Advisor to send along a trailer to you out there, and I think that's where you're talking to us from right now.
That's right. Oh, the trailer was a godsend. I mean, I was blessed with this thing, that's for sure.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, we were so glad that we were able to get it to you there, and when we saw your story on TV, we wanted to reach out. But I wanted to sort of set up, where you were then and where you are today. And where in the Bahamas are you actually?
I'm in Freeport,
You're in
Lucaya.
And so that area at the time when Dorian hit was hit pretty badly.
Over the bridge. I live over the bridge in the eastern end of the island. Yes, it was hit very hard. There's a big ridge and the water just built up against it, and it was like 23 feet deep out here. It was really bad. There's no doubt about it.
Wow.
You can still see the devastation everywhere. A lot of people haven't even come back.
Yeah, unbelievable. So are the area that you're in now, how close in proximity is that to where your home was?
Well, I'm in the yard here. I'm on my property. That's where I put the trailer.
I see. Wow. Okay. So you didn't actually physically really relocate too much. You weren't, it was your right still in the same.
No, I did. In the beginning, I had the trailer somewhere else because you couldn't come out here. The roads were clogged up with all kinds of debris, and there was a lot of looting going on. Everybody just thought it was a free-for-all out here.
Yeah,
everybody's belongings were everywhere in the bush. I mean, nobody's stuff was inside the house.
Yeah. Howard, you how long have you been on, living in the Bahamas?
I've been living in the Bahamas 62 years. My father brought me here when I was 6 years old.
From England?
From England.
Yeah. So
actually, no, hold on now.
Okay.
We emigrated to Canada. And we came from Canada down here. We drove down here. Sorry about that.
But you were born in England?
Yes, I was born in England.
I'm
a Bahamian citizen.
Yes. So born in England, moved to Canada, and then about 62 years ago, relocated to the Bahamas. And that's where you've been ever since. Now, we want to learn a little bit about what you're doing these days, and we're going to do that on the other side of the break. My guest is Howard Armstrong, a great dear friend of the show. And Howard, we'll come back and chat with you in just a moment. This is the RV Advisor Podcast. I'm Tom Alexander. Stay tuned, back in just a moment.
Here are 5 words every RV enthusiast should know. Advocacy, community, education, resources, rewards. That's what the RV Advisor was built on, along with protecting your rights. Visit thervadvisor.com.
We are back on the RV Advisor podcast. My guest is Howard Armstrong. And Howard, after recovering and you're settled in your trailer there, lots been going on. Now I know that professionally you're a commercial fisherman and you've done crabbing and all kinds of stuff. In fact, as we record this on Sundays, you're getting ready to get back out to sea. So tell me a little bit about tell our audience a little bit about what you do. You go out in these commercial boats, and what do you go fishing for?
Well, I go fishing. I have a commercial boat that didn't get destroyed in the hurricane. I brought it back. Yeah. It's not in the same shape it used to be, but it's working. And I pull traps for stone crabs. I do the stone crab fishing. And I have to go 60 miles out to the Abacos, west of the Abacos, actually, to pull my traps. It takes me about 4.5 hours to get there. Mm-hmm. And I pull traps for about 10 hours in a day. And I go when the window's right. I don't go when it's rough.
Yeah.
And I use pig's feet for bait. A pound of pig's feet to catch a pound of crab. And that's it. And it's just weather. And the COVID put a damper on everything, and containers now and this and that and shipping and everything. But people are still buying. They're still buying. So there's money making.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just. Can you get out? And when you get out, will you catch anything? So these crabs only move really when the moon's gone. Anytime there's a full moon, the crabs don't come out. So
yeah. I'm just the opposite. I only come out when the moon is full. But let me ask you something. So when people buy from you, is that sort of direct to a consumer, or do you sell to restaurants?
No, I used to. Yachts. We don't have the yachts coming over anymore. They were the guys, the cigar smokers that came over and bought the crabs. You got a good price from those guys. Right now, it's exporters. You sell to the exporter.
I see.
And the price isn't as good as selling to the yachtsmen. You can imagine, the guys on those yachts.
Yeah.
But there's still a market. That's the most important thing. I don't know how long it's going to last now with all this business that's going on in the world. But my season finishes at the end of next month, May. You bring all your traps in, and then it's off until October, the middle of October, which is hurricane season then.
So it's the R months, as they say in the oyster business. The months that have R in them, like September, October, November, December, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's winter. I work in the winter.
Yeah. Our guest is Howard Armstrong. He is a commercial fisherman and a great friend of the show. Hey, Howard, so am I understand that maybe restaurants on the island don't really they don't
sell them. We don't have any tourists.
Yeah.
There's no cruise ships. That restaurant business would be the worst thing to be in now, I imagine.
Oh, wow. That's rough. What kind of crabs? Is it stone crabs or stone crabs, or what kind of
crab claws? Yeah, stone crab claws. But they don't sell them that much in the restaurants because they're pricey.
Yeah.
We don't get what you get in the States for them. These guys buy them up. They must make a fortune off of them.
Yeah.
Middlemen and all that.
Right.
I've done it all. I used to do conchs. I used to bring conchs in by the thousands live in the shell. There was a market for those in the day. Everybody sold live conchs off the back of their trucks here.
Yeah.
When you go buy a conch, they knock it right out of the shell for you.
Yeah.
I did the lobster. I've done it all. And, it's the crabbing that I've been in when the hurricane came and everything.
Yeah. And you go alone? Is it just you, or do you have somebody that goes with you?
Yes, I'm a single. I do everything myself. I have for the last 18 seasons.
Wow. Yeah. So it's demanding work, and I would imagine, it's a little bit taxing at times, physical work, but you're doing it, and you're providing a great service for folks who enjoy stone crabs, crab claws, and things like that. So that's terrific. Hey, Howard, we want to make sure that you're doing well all the time. We like to check in on you and see how you're doing, and you and I stay in touch when we can. And I'm so glad that the trailer has been.
The trailer was the best thing that ever happened. I don't know what would have happened to me in the way I was if I hadn't have got this trailer. Because, in the beginning, I was sleeping up in that little cuddy cabin on the boat in the marina because, they had to get the boat taken out of the water after the hurricane to fix it. Yep. And it was kind of rough. And then the trailer came. It was like a mansion. It was like a mansion. I didn't expect it to be so big. I think I had spoken to you about that. How big is this trailer? But it's 30. I think it's 32 feet or whatever. It's pretty big, and it's been a really good thing. The water that we used over here and everything was all salt water still. It was like that. They've only just fixed that recently. So, anything that water passed through, the hot water heater and all that kind of stuff, all rusted out and what have you. It was, you can imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Howard, thank you so much for taking time out to join us, and we'll definitely
and Gigi, I'd like to thank Gigi.
Well,
I'd like to thank Gigi so much. I've never actually had a chance to talk to her like that,
Yeah, no. Well, we'll make that happen, and I will. In the meantime, we'll certainly pass that along to Gigi, and let her know. So, listen, thanks for joining us. We definitely have you back again. We love to talk to you, and you stay well. All right.
Okay, and you too. Nice talking to you, and the best to Gigi and to your RV advisor.
Thank you so much, Howard. This is the RV Advisor podcast. We'll be back to wrap things up in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Here are 5 words every RV enthusiast should know. Advocacy, community, education, resources, rewards. That's what the RV Advisor was built on, along with protecting your rights. Visit thervadvisor.com.
Hi, everybody. Tom Alexander back on the RV Advisor podcast. Just want to remind you to sign up for the newsletter if you already haven't. Our next issue comes out on Friday, April 8th. You don't want to miss that one. Thanks so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time right here on the RV Advisor podcast. So long, everybody.
Did you enjoy this video? Be sure to like, comment, and share, and hit the bell icon. Remember, ding, ding, so that you're notified when new videos are uploaded. As always, don't forget to subscribe.